This is Russ. Yeah, it's the day after New Year's as I'm recording this. I don't know whether this video will come out on the day after New Year. More than likely, it might come out the following day. But I hope you guys had a great New Year's. I spent my time with my brother-in-law's family and the rest of the family at his home for brunch. Yeah. Let me know what you guys did for New Year's or New Year's Eve even, okay? Now, because of the holidays, our schedule got changed a little bit. Typically, the day after New Year's would have been Thursday, which is what we would do for videos. We usually had done Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But going forward, since we've changed some things here at the Russ is Right channel, all of the non-e-bike content has been moved over to the new channel called More from Russ. And again, I encourage you to subscribe to that channel so you can see what else is happening with me besides just e-bikes. We're going to drop the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday format. All right. We did this because I think we started this about a year or so ago during the winter months because we wanted to have a strict schedule so that we could always count on those 3 days will be the days that the videos will be released. But because now that we have two channels going on and trying to keep things going between the two channels, I'm going to drop the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday format and go with a free-flowing format, all right? Which means we don't know when the videos will be coming out on the Russ is Right channel. We will probably always have at least 2 videos per week, maybe 3, but again, I don't know which days they will be. Now, we will always have a video that'll cover either a Friday or a Saturday because it's got to carry us over through the weekend. So we can pretty much count on a video coming out either Friday or a Saturday. But during the week, we could have 1 or maybe 2 videos coming out in between, okay? So if you haven't used things like the bell icon for notifications, you might want to do that, and that way you'll know exactly when the videos come out. Okay. Now, if you watch the Russ is Right channel often, I think your feed will automatically send you, and you'll see it pop up and say, "Hey, there's a new Russ is Right video there," right? As you're perusing through the offerings of YouTube. But if you want to know for sure when it's come out, yeah, you want to check with the notifications. Now, the videos typically do come out at 6 a.m. Central Time, so you could always kind of do that. But again, sometimes they don't, right? But the majority of the videos usually come out at 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, for the other channel, the More from Russ channel, it's going to be the same basic thing. I've asked people there to turn on the notification bell so that they can find out when those videos will come out. And that one will have totally, yeah, we don't know when those videos will be out. It could be daily, it could be every other day, it could be once in a while. It can vary quite a bit on that channel. So there you go. That's the announcements for that, all right? So I do have one topic I wanted to discuss with you really quickly. It's not going to be very long, but I just wanted to say that a new regulation has been passed in the state of California. Now, you may have read about this, maybe not, but California has passed a law that has kind of buttoned down more information on Class 1, 2, and 3 e-bikes. Now, really, the Class 1 and 2 e-bike thing hasn't changed really at all. Basically, it's a 750 watt limitation for the motors and 20 miles per hour limitation. Class 1 being a bike that is pedaled and assisted by a motor up to 20 miles per hour and does not have a throttle. Class 2 has the same thing, but it does have a throttle. So you can pedal and or throttle to 20 miles per hour, okay? But again, 750 watt motor. Now, the Class 3 has making it basically is what's making it difficult at this point. Again, they're mentioning the 750 watt motor being the maximum motor you can have, but they now want to make sure that people understand that this is pedaled only to 28 with assistance. There will be no throttle on the bike at all, meaning you can't even physically have the throttle on the bike, all right? Now, a lot of the manufacturers have kind of gotten around this a little bit by saying, okay, well, we're going to make this a Class 2 bike. So when they ship it to you, they ship it as a Class 2. And then you go into the advanced settings of the menu of the bike's display screen and change it to do class 3, but here's how they have done those class 3 things. They'll allow you to pedal to 28 miles per hour for motor assistance, but then the throttle will stop helping at 20. Now, there's still a throttle on there, okay? With this new law in California, you got to take the throttle off the bike. Yeah, you physically have to take the throttle off the bike. So I don't know how they're going to get around that. Now, a lot of the manufacturers have set it up so that the bike will assist you to 28 when pedaled, but then the throttle will still work up to 20. Yeah, that's no longer going to be the case based on the new law, all right? So now you have to start to wonder, is my bike still legal based on this new law, all right? And many of the people who have already purchased bikes have throttles on the bikes that do, as we said, that maybe it'll assist only to 20, but then it cuts off, right? So are those now legal? And based on the law that's been passed, technically, no, they're not legal anymore. So how are they going to deal with this? This is going to be kind of a nightmare, I think. Now, the question, too, is if you have a bike that's already manufactured, it has these abilities where you can still use the throttle up to 20, then it cuts out at 20, do you have to modify your bike to be compliant with the law? Yeah, see, there's the issue. And then also this 750 watt motor thing too has come into play. As we know, many of the manufacturers will put a more powerful motor in there, or maybe one that's 750 nominal, but it'll peak a lot higher. Well, with the new law, they're basically saying, no, peak or no peak, it's 750. So now are all of the bikes out there illegal? You see what the problem is? Or are they going to say, well, it's a legacy bike, is sold before the law is passed, so that one is okay? We don't know. It's kind of up in the air at this point. So keep an eye on California and how all this is going to play out, because whatever happens there could end up happening, elsewhere in other states. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I mean, if you look at my own bikes, I would say I'm looking forward. I'm looking at all the bikes that are sitting past here. I think most of my bikes are basically not compliant with that law. Luckily, I'm not in California at this point. All right, so I don't have any of my bikes in jeopardy at this point. But if other states adopt a similar thing, that would mean all of my review bikes might not pass. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So keep an eye on that new legislation that came out and see how that plays out. I mean, really, I'm thinking, how are they going to enforce this? Is every police officer going to be checking everybody's bike as they ride past them? Let me see if that's 750 watts. Let me see if you got a throttle on there. I mean, I know that if you went into like the national forest areas, a lot of them will not allow anything other than a class 1 bike on their trails there. And they probably would look at it because, you got to pass through a gate, right, to get in. But other than that, if you're out on the street, how is this going to be enforced? Yeah, I'm sure this is going to cause a lot of problems for law enforcement, but it's also going to cause a lot of problems for us as well. So keep an eye on that. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Go over to the More From Russ channel, subscribe to that, and see other things that are going on. And hopefully you had a great New Year's. Let me know what you think about this whole thing with California. Yeah, I'll put a link to the article that was sent to me. Our subscriber, John, I mentioned him many times. Let me talk to you a little bit about John before I let you go, okay? It was because of John that I got into this whole thing about reviewing e-bikes, really. He was the guy that bought an e-bike, and I said, well, I should buy an e-bike too. I've been thinking about it and the like, so I ended up buying one. And John was the guy that says, hey, Russ, are you going to review e-bikes? It never even crossed my mind. I says, no, I don't think so. I bought this bike to fix my knee, as we all know. I wanted it to kind of keep my knees moving. But he convinced me to go ahead and do it. And now look what's happened. Yeah, now we got e-bikes all over the place. Thanks, John. Well, anyways, he sent me the article. So I'll put a link to the article in the description so you can read it yourself. Let me know your thoughts on it, okay? I'll talk to you guys next time.